Hi guys, welcome back. If you've got a Mazda MX5 with squeaky drive belts that need adjusting or old belts that need replacing, keep watching. I'm going to show you exactly how to do it. It's super easy. Literally just finished doing this. I did it about 10 minutes ago. I've just put it all back together and it's so easy. I thought I'd share with you guys how to do it so that you don't need to take it to a mechanic. You can do it yourself with some very simple tools, and I'm going to show you exactly what tools you need as well. So you will need a 12mm spanner and a 12mm socket, a 14mm spanner, steady, and a 14mm socket, ideally with a little extension bar if you've got it, a pair of pliers, and then either a 10mm socket, or a spanner obviously, or a screwdriver, a crosshead screwdriver. And then if you have got one, this makes it a bit easier, a 22 or 21mm spanner, just to turn the engine over. I'll show you why in a minute. Or if you don't have it, it takes a little bit longer because you've got to keep stopping and starting the car to get something in the right place to get the spanner through, but I'll show you in a second. So the drive belts are just under here. There's an alternator belt and a power steering belt, but to get to that we've got to get this off. In order to do that we've got to get these nuts undone. Now this side is a bit chewed up, this side looks all right. So if your screws look like that, then you can get away with a screwdriver, but if they look like that, then you're going to need a 10mm socket. And then once you've done that, you can clip this little pipe out of there, and that's where you need your pair of pliers, because there's a clip there you've got to undo. Literally just get a pair of pliers on there, pinch that, slide that up the pipe a tiny bit, and then literally just pull that off, give that a little wiggle. That comes off of there, that comes off of there, and then this whole section just lifts out, and chuck it on top of the engine. And then you can see where we're working. Now this one here is the power steering belt, goes around the power steering pump, and then this side, if I can get down in there, that's the alternator belt which goes around the alternator. Obviously the power steering one has got to come off first if you're changing it, but if you're just adjusting it, the adjustment is all done up here, and then this side the alternator adjustment is done up here. Now these are both 12mm, and then this is where the adjustment is done, but in order to adjust the tension on it, first of all you need to slacken off the pivot point, which is just under here. Now where this little window is in the alternator wheel, there's a 14mm that's just up here. Now the gap needs to be about here, so if it isn't, you either need to keep stopping and starting your car till the window's up here, or if you've got a 22 or 21mm spanner, because you're not actually trying to undo it, it's actually a 21mm, but if you're not trying to undo it, a 22 is fine. Might slip a tiny little bit. Make sure you get it all the way on, and you can see I'm turning the whole engine over so that this little window here lines up with the 14mm, and then get your 14mm on your little extension bar, and then that goes in there like that. Now once that's on there, this might be a little bit tricky to do one-handed, you then also need to get a 14mm spanner on the back of it, which is there you go, she's on. Once you've got that on there, you can start undoing that, otherwise the nut on the back will just go round and round. Once that's undone, and that's the thing that the power steering pump pivots on, then you can undo these adjustment ones. So this is your pinch bolt that actually like clamps it on there and stops it moving, and then this is your adjuster. I actually took that all, if you're going to change your belts, I actually took that all the way out, because actually once that's, even if that's really undone and you've wound this all the way off, there's actually not enough movement in the way that the whole thing pivots to be able to get the belt off. So I actually took that all the way out, wound that all the way out, and then this whole thing literally pivots down, and then you can get this belt off. And it literally just goes around these two things there and there, and literally just pop that off. Once that one's out of the way, you can then come around to the alternator belt. Now I've got a slight issue on my one, because I don't know if you can see, someone's robbed or nicked the adjustment thing. So this should have an adjuster thing that's exactly the same as the other side, with a 12mm there and a 12mm there. This has been replaced with a 10mm bolt and a 13mm nut on the back. So this one was a little bit tricky to do, but the principle is exactly the same as the other side. Under your 12 here, under your 12 here, there's a 14mm right underneath at the back. So this is actually like a pivot nut on the front, and then the 14 is there. So actually, once you've got that on there, you can then push. Remember, obviously it's facing the other way, so you've got to go up in order to undo it. Once you've done that, you can then come back to your 12mm and 12mm, adjust these again, slacken them all the way off, push that right down, and then you can get your alternator belt off as well. Then once you've got your new belts on, refitting is just the opposite of what you've just done. I'll show you on this one because obviously the other side doesn't exist. Put that all the way in if you've taken it off, so that it's not quite tight but it's nearly there, and then keep winding this until your belt is tight. The way that I do it is so that you can twist it about half a turn and get a decent amount of resistance. If you can fold it all the way over, then it's a little bit too slack, or if you can't move it at all, then that's way too tight. And then when you've got your belt to the right tension, then tighten this one up. Do your 14mm up under here, obviously with your spanner on the back, make sure that's tight. Then put your intake back, pipe on that side, pipe on that side, clip your pipe in there, and then you're done. There you go. Hope that's helped somebody. If it has, hit the like, leave a comment if it has helped you, subscribe, check out my other videos, and see you on the next one.